Good morning and welcome to the April 10th meeting of the Code Enforcement Board. Meeting will now come to order. May we have a roll call, Madam Secretary?
Yes. Mr. Gonzalez? Present. Ms. Roby? Mr. Mahegan? Ms. Marsh?
Here.
Mr. Harrington?
Here.
Ms. Himes?
Here.
And Mrs. Kindig?
Here, we have a quorum. Motion to excuse Ms. Roby.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion from Ms. Marsh and a second from Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And Mr. Mahegan has resigned. So we're down one person. So if you know anybody that wants to jump on board, let us know. Okay.
The pay is great.
Pay is great. All right. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes?
Yes.
Do we have additions or corrections? I have a couple of questions. I'm not sure whether they're additions or corrections, but I do have a couple of questions on case 5 and 6. I had case 6 at some point in my life as compliance.
Which, in the minutes you mean?
In my notes, in the minutes.
Is that CEB 01?
CEB 032574.
What's the address?
Was that, am I the only one? 550 Essex?
I don't have my notes with me from.
It was fine.
Huh?
It's coming back for imposition.
Oh, okay. I had that it was in compliance. I see what,
No, it's coming back.
okay. All right, so that's okay. Case number 5, I didn't see that in my last agenda. That doesn't mean it wasn't there. It means I didn't see it. Everybody else saw it, I guess. Okay, never mind. And then case 20, let me see what that is. The heck was that? Okay. No, forget that. So I guess everything's okay. All right. Motion to approve the minutes as written.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Harrington, second Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carried. Thank you for indulging me. I just must have missed some things someplace. All right. Do we have any, let's see, does anybody need to disclose any ex parte? Okay. Do we have any announcements, Madam Secretary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Page 2. The lien review 1 will be via Zoom. And also on the face sheet, I added the CEB 0225-4. The CEB number wasn't on there, but the case number's on there.
Where?
On your face sheet of your lien review.
Oh. Okay. On the lien review.
CEB what now?
Second page. Page 2. It's actually in your on your packet that you got in the inside. I just didn't add the case number.
CB 02425
Yes. 40.
40.
Yes, ma'am. I just
Okay.
added that to the
Okay.
copy.
All right.
Okay. Case number 1. CEB 032567 1401 Sunland Road is in compliance as of April 3rd, 2025. Page 3. Case number 4, CEB 042458, 526 Cannon Street is in compliance as of April 7th, 2025. Same page. Case number 6, CEB 032574, 550 Essett Road via Zoom.
Okay. Okay.
Page 4, case number 10, CEB 012419, 402 Auditorium Boulevard via Zoom. Case number 11, same page, CEB 032560 is also via Zoom.
Wow. It slows us down a whole
The
lot.
address is 365 Woodland Avenue.
Yeah.
Page 5, case 12, CEB 012507 905 Rosewood Street is in compliance, April 9th, 2025.
Okay. That's it?
Nope.
Okay.
Page 7,
Oh.
case 23, CEB 0325-70 325 Walnut Street is via Zoom. Page 9, case 31, CEB 042593, 1808 North Halifax Avenue is in compliance, April 10th, 2025. Page 11, case 36, CEB 042583, 115 Azalea Drive is in compliance as of April 9th, 2025. Same page. Case 37, CEB 042585, 622 Colfax Drive is in compliance as of April 8th, 2025. Same page. Case 39, CEB 042589, 1114 Hampton Road is in compliance as of April 2nd, 2025. Page 12, case 42, CEB 042576, 1620 North Patrick Circle is in compliance as of April 9th, 2025. And those are my announcements.
Thank you very much. Everybody get that? Okay. All right. Would the code officers please stand up and be sworn in?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right, everyone, here's our procedure. We will be calling cases by number for the most part as they are listed on the agenda. If there are any attorneys present that need to be in court, we'll hear those cases first. Also, if any police officers that need to get back on duty, we'll hear those, and they need to testify, we will hear those cases first. When your name is called, please come forward and be sworn in. State your name and address for the record. If you're not the owner of the property, please state your relationship to the owner of the property and whether or not you have permission to speak for them. It'd be best if you had that in writing, but if you don't, you're under oath, so it's, acceptable. Our recordings are, our proceedings are recorded, so please speak into the mic. The board will hear from code officers first, and you'll be given the opportunity to respond and direct your responses to the board. Witnesses can testify sometimes too, following all the same procedures. Yeah. If we don't get finished by 11 o'clock, or close to it, if we only have a couple cases left, we won't take a break, but if there are a lot of cases left at 11 o'clock, we'll take a break. So that's it for that. The first thing on the agenda is the lien review. This is CEB 02-25-40, RMV Entertainment. We have a Zoom call for this. Are they there?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you, everybody?
Okay.
Baby.
All right, you're here for a lien review. What's the issue?
He needs to be sworn in, Madam
Oh,
Chair.
I'm sorry. State your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this is lien review number 1 at 1174 Bryn Mawr Drive. All right, explain to us why you want this lien review. That lien review goes first. Yeah, and then he gets.
I don't think he heard you.
Hey, good morning. Good morning with everybody.
Good
My name
morning.
is Rodrigo. My name is Rodrigo Martinez. I'm the owner of 1174 Bryn Mawr Drive, and I'm here in this time for this lien reviews about the fence. So I'm with the inspector in the house, and he can prove that the fence is not new; it's just painted.
Some repair,
I'm sorry, repair.
yeah. So we would like to waive the fine that was made for that.
Okay.
We already cleaned the pool too,
Yes, we already cleaned the pool.
take care of everything.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Garcia. What say you?
Good morning. He's correct on that. This case was received as a complaint for a fence that was installed without a permit in a dirty pool. The owner was first notified of the violations by posting via first-class mail and posted in City Hall and sent first-class mail. March 13, 2025, at the last hearing, the owner was present and received a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $15,000. He indicated that day that the pool was clean, but we were unable to look at it at the time, so we made an appointment on Monday. On Monday, I went out, verified the pool was clean, and also was able to go in the backyard and verify that the fence was an old fence. The back had been fell down and been re-erected, and with that, determined that it was a fence that didn't need a permit. So with that, the city's asking to waive the fine.
All right.
I'll make a motion to waive the fine.
All right. Mr. Harrington made a motion to reduce the amount of lien to 0,
Well, is there any,
to waive the fine.
yeah, that was.
Do we have a second?
That was the recommendation.
Second. Oh, you did. Okay. Second, Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Sir, we've waived the fine for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, now we're going to do our continued cases. Case number 1 is in compliance as of 4/3. Case number 2, CB 03-25-57, Kenneth Bueno at 205 Fremont. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Please state your name and address for the record and be sworn in. Oh, wait. There he is. Please state your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
My name is Kenneth Bueno. I live on 205 Fremont Avenue, Daytona Beach, Florida.
So you live there?
Yes.
Okay.
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Over here. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Morning, Mr. Beanie. What would you like to tell us about this?
Good morning, Madam Chair. My name is Inspector Ron Bainey. Code compliance credentials are on file. Respondent was first notified on September 4th, 2024. Since the last hearing, I have had contact with the owner. There's been some progress to the property. Staff, but still violations are there. Staff has recommended a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
Okay, this is a complaint-driven case.
Yes, ma'am.
We know that you want to sell the house. What progress has he made?
He has painted his house completely, so all the dirt and grime from the house is now gone. In addition to that, his fence had a lot of dirt and grime, and he has taken care of all that as well.
So it's not broken anymore?
The part of the fence that was damaged has now been removed. That place is now vacant. The fence piece is gone.
Okay. So that's no longer part of the complaint. All right. What would you like to tell us, Mr. Bueno?
Yeah, what you see on the driveway, I explained to the inspector that those are the things that I'm creating, because there are this lazy boy chair that I want to create to load up into the Puriput container that I'm still working on it to open an account to merge, so they can send me a Puriput container so I can load it up. And that right straight to the driveway, there is I think it was like 60 inches long of glass table that I want to create. So I explained it to him, all this thing, it gonna be loaded up, but I'm working on it to create it so it won't break when I load it up into the container. So the inspector took a picture of all those things that I want to...
Where's the glass you talk about?
It was right behind, underneath the, like the cover of my tire. The round thing there. Yeah, the blue. There's a glass there, like 60 inches by 40 inches wide.
So all that's still sitting there?
Yeah,
And
that
you're
I
waiting
am
on the
working
container.
on those wood. I'm gonna be using it as crate. I'm gonna be creating that piece of glass that I don't want to be broken when I start loading them up.
When do you intend
Comments from the board?
when do you intend to load it up? I understand you're an artist,
They
but
told
we can't
me-
wait forever.
They told me because I don't have enough money, I don't have money to open an account to merge, because I don't know how to get into the computer, and I'm still waiting for my friend to come home from Panama City, and she told me that she had a plane ticket coming back on the 21st of April. So that's when she will start and open an account for me for merge. And that time that I needed, I was hoping that I can get until the end of this month so I can take
This is
care of all
exactly
the
what you told us
debris.
last time. So as a board, we have to make a decision sooner or later that you're going to comply by a certain date.
If I have until the end of this month, I should be able to clear all those things in the driveway. I will be putting back into the other driveway where it will be closer for me to load up when the container come in. So I am only asking like until the end of this month. The board.
I mean, this has been going on since September of last year.
Yeah, that's my point too.
Well, they were inside the house and then I brought them out like the lazy boy chair that I want to create. So I cannot work inside the house. I have to have enough room to work on it, so I put it in a driveway.
Well, whatever the board decides, I think this is, for me, the last time I want to hear this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion that we accept the city's.
Turn your mic on, please.
With the rain and my doctor appointment is all taking my time to do a lot of things at home.
Yeah, but I don't think we could let the violations continue based on what I want to do creatively. It continues since 24, as Mr. Harrington pointed out.
I didn't.
You
I
were going
didn't.
to make a motion?
Said whatever.
Madam Chair.
Who made the motion?
I did.
All right, Ms. Himes made the motion to impose a fine of $100 per day against the respondent effective effective today and continue until compliance is achieved or reaches the maximum of $10,000.
Second.
And we have a second from Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. And motion carries. We have decided to fine you, get it all done. You may come back with a lien review, just like you saw the lien review in the beginning of the meeting, and explain your case as to why you don't think it's right. Okay. Anybody else?
I didn't quite understand. I am being fined right now?
Yeah, you are. We voted to fine you.
And
$100 a day until it reaches the maximum of $10,000. And if you don't pay that, you'll have a lien on the house that has to be paid at some time. Or if everything's in compliance, you would need to call Mr. Beanie, ask him to come look and put you in compliance. You can ask for a lien review. Just like, did you see the beginning of the meeting?
So that means that I am now. I have to pay now. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Sir, a fine is being assessed against your property in the amount of $100 a day beginning today. Doesn't mean you have to pay it, but it's becoming a lien on it right now. Okay? And if you hurry up and get that done, you could come back and ask for some or all of that amount to be forgiven. This is an incentive for you to get on it and get the job done quickly.
Thank you. Yes, correct. But you have to keep in touch with Mr. Sweeney because he's the only one that can put you in compliance. We can't do that. He'll come out, and once you're done and you say, I'm finished, he can come out and put you in compliance. And then you can come back to us and ask for a lien review.
I'd like to add, you don't have to pay that today.
All right.
Approve until compliance.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, next is
All right, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, case number 3, CEB 03-25-68. Good morning, Ms. Quinn.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
This is Darlene Brandt Estate. No one's here. at 438 Seagrave. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Inspector Mariah Quinn with the City of Daytona Beach. My credentials are on file. The respondent was first notified on September 11th, 2024. Since the last hearing, there has been contact with the respondent's son who resides at the property. The property is occupied at this time and there has been no progress. The staff recommends a fine of $100 a day with a max of $10,000.
So you have had contact with the person? What'd they say?
I did, and he actually called his father, who is Stephen Jelnick, while I was there, and let him know that I was there, and they were going to have it corrected before today's hearing. Went by yesterday afternoon. It was still in the same condition.
Okay. Board, any comments?
I'd like to make a motion.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion in the case of CEB 03-25-68 to accept the city's recommendation of a fine of $100 a day up to $10,000 to start today.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion from Mr. Gonzalez, a second from Ms. Himes, to impose a fine of $100 per day up to $10,000 effective today and continue until compliance is achieved. All right, or reaches the maximum of $1,000. So motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Case number 4 is in compliance. Case number 5, CB 03-25-73, Gloria B. Dickerson. Good morning, Mr. Garcia.
Good morning, Inspector Garcia, credentials on file. The respondent was first notified of all the violations on January 15, 2025, and since the last hearing, I've had no contact. The property is not occupied. There has been no progress made. Staff's recommending a fine of $100 a day, kept at $15,000.
People live there?
No, it's not occupied.
Huh. Okay. They have been properly notified. All right, good to hear.
What'd she just say?
That they were properly notified.
Oh, okay. I would like to make a motion that in the case of CEB 03-25-73 that we accept the city's recommendation of giving them a fine of $100 a day up to $15,000 to start today.
Up to 15 or 10?
That's what he said, 15.
15.
15, okay.
To start today or until they come into compliance.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez made a motion. Does anybody want to second it?
Second.
Was that Mr. Harrington?
Yeah.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. All right, case number 6 is via Zoom. This is CEB 03-25-74, Charles Wright and Belinda Wright, 550 Essex Road.
Your Honor, I do not have that as a Zoom on my list here.
Didn't you
Yeah.
tell us that, right? Does everybody else have that on their notes?
Yeah.
50 Essex, either as a participant nor on the list, so.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, okay, so I guess those people aren't showing up, they're not here, is that correct? Okay, go ahead, Mr. Garcia.
The respondent was
Madam
first.
Chair, I think
Alright,
it would be good to have stated in the record that they have been notified if they have been.
Okay. I swear to God. Huh? Wait a minute.
Ready?
What?
Oh, I was saying you ready?
Well, no, we want to see if they've properly noted, let her put that in the record.
It looks like it's been properly notified, but I don't have the property appraiser's report.
Yeah, okay.
I can
All
tell you
right,
that-
Mr. Garcia, go ahead.
They weren't here because they were in the hospital. For the first time yesterday, I got in contact with them. The respondent was first notified of violations on January 10, 2025. Since the last hearing, I've had contact with them just once. That was, like I said, yesterday. He said he was in the hospital, he just got out, and he probably wasn't able to attend today. But as you can see in the photos, they just made some progress. They're starting to fix the exterior, and he said that by the next cutoff, he should be having that fixed and add the address numbers.
Okay.
So with that, we're asking to amend to the next cutoff.
All right, Chair, I'll entertain motion to amend previous order of noncompliance and allow respondent until 4:30 to come to compliance to be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration or fine of up to $1,000 a day.
So
Is there
moved.
such a motion? Motion, Mr. Harrington. Second, Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries. All right. Let's see, now we are...
Number 7?
Let's see. Case number 7, CEB 02-25-30, Pablo Raffagelli at 1158 Hampton Road. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Please state your name and address for the record and be sworn.
Ruben Munoz from Deltona, representing Mr. Pablo Raffagelli.
What is your name, Mr. Rubin?
Ruben Munoz,
Can you spell your last name for me?
M-U-N-O-C as in zebra.
Yes. Okay. You have permission to speak for him?
It needs to be sworn.
Yes,
Okay, well, yeah, let's get you sworn in first.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so you have permission to speak for
Yes,
this
that way. He
person.
granted permit last prior meeting.
I don't know if you remember downstairs when he had sworn in and said that he can speak for him.
Okay, okay. All right, we'll hear from Mr. Garcia first.
The respondent was first notified of all the violations on November 15, 2024, and since the last hearing, I hadn't had contact until he was out of the country, so he briefed me up today.
Who was out of the country?
His representative.
His representative, but the person himself wasn't out of the country.
Also, he was in Argentina.
He was out of the country as well?
Yes.
So I spoke to him this morning, briefed me on what was going on, even though I had checked, and permits were issued on February 19, 2025 for a home renovation, interior and exterior, which includes electrical for the plumbing, for the electrical, plumbing, and mechanical. That's all they're working on that, so it's gonna take a little time, so we're asking for the June cutoff to be the,
Who lives there?
No one, it's vacant.
No one, vacant,
Yeah.
okay.
Question. So
Go
the
ahead.
permits were obtained after the fact?
Yes. The only thing I asked is that we just maintain the grass, and the only thing that was done was the address number's been posted.
Okay. Has the grass been maintained?
At this moment, yes.
The last I seen, it needs a little
Okay.
touch up in the back.
Okay. What would you like to say?
No, we basically trying to keep the property in compliances, clean. We hire a company to come every often. I believe it's Home Depot to come often to cut the grass. We keep the premises clean. We are ongoing renovations. We planning to do inspections maybe starting next week. The whole house gonna be renovated because the intention is to sell. Also, I was confronting all pictures, the actual pictures, so I see that's why some compliances, because maybe the previous owner did some improvements, so we assuming those improvements, we're gonna get legalized, everything need to be done
Okay.
in order to get the property not only compliances, and ready to sell.
All right, Mr. Garcia, so you are recommending,
To amend to the
To
June
amend.
cutoff, just to allow them that time.
okay.
So we
Any
can have a
comments
better
from the
report.
board? Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance and allow respondent until June 4th to come into compliance or be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Such a motion?
Second.
All right. Motion, Ms. Marsh, second, Ms. Himes, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. Okay, got another one. Just stay in touch when you think you're, so, you know, you can come up here and do a good report for you, okay? All right, case number 8, CEB 02-25-44, Hearthstone. At 900 North Oleander. Good morning. Please state your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
My name is John Lowe. I'm Executive Director of Hearthstone at 814 North Beach Street, Daytona Beach, Florida.
North what?
Beach Street.
That's where you live.
Well, that's the office.
Okay. But the property's at 900 North Oleander.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, Mr. Stenson. What can you tell us?
Good morning, John Smith, Code Inspector. I property on file. This respondent was first notified on 24 June 2024. They had a dilapidated roof on the attached garage, damaged driveway, stained exterior walls, broken window on the front door. They have had permits that were issued on March 28, 2025. I have been notified by the owner. He has sustained a couple of injuries during.
Who did?
The owner of the property.
Oh, okay.
However, they have been making some progress. They have repaired the windows. They have cleaned the exterior walls. Like I said, they have the permits for the for the garage. They did have a delay because it's in the historic district. They had to get the proper shingles. I was notified yesterday afternoon that they finally get them in and they will be proceeding. So I'd like to go ahead and amend this to the next cutoff, please.
Okay. Questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead, Mr. Gonzalez.
So, is this owned by an individual or by the company?
It's owned by Hearthstone. It's a historic district, and it's an exceptionally historic house. That was Simon J. Peabody's house. We've always kept that. It's a beautiful house. And we've always kept everything to date. The driveway needs done, and the shingles, we lost it during the hurricane, so we had a roof put on. And they didn't have enough for the garage, so the garage sat until we got, or you guys got notified, the board got notified.
So that's the house, right? No.
Well,
No,
that's the house, right?
That's the house. What was that other house we looked at in the
That
beginning?
was showing the driveway.
Okay. Now, go back, please,
That's
to the
garage.
beginning.
That's the side of the garage. Yeah, that's
That house.
That's
Same
the
house.
home.
Same house.
Same house. It sits on the corner of North Oleander and,
Okay.
We've, if I may, we've had that house for about 20 years. We've always kept it maintained and managed and not had any problems.
Okay.
And I'd certainly like the opportunity to at least a little bit of time. When we put something back in there, it has to be done according to the
Right.
historical.
Right. Okay. Any questions from the board? Any more questions? Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance and allow respondent until April 30th to come into compliance or be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 a day. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Gonzalez, second, Ms. Marshall. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. Okay, good. I'm glad you got the permits, that's good. Okay, keep going. We realize that, you know, there's plenty, looks like there's plenty to be done there. Was that all hurricane damage?
Oh, yes, this last one really got us.
Yeah, okay.
I think because it came in from the north.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, case number 9, Mr. Stenson, CEB 03-25-66, William Cutrone at 216 Zelda. Good morning. State your name and address for the record and be sworn in, please, whoever's going to testify. If both of you are, then you both need to do it. If only one is, then only one person needs to be sworn in.
My name is William Cutrone.
So you're Mr. Cutrone, okay? Cutrone. Go ahead, be sworn.
Who's the other gentleman? What's the other guy's name? What's his name?
John.
John Sarah.
John who?
Sarah, C-E-R-R-A.
Are you going to be testifying as well?
I've just been doing some work on the place for him.
Okay.
We both raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Complaint-driven case. Mr. Stenson, what can you tell us?
Yes, this respondent was first notified on 15 July 2024. As of my reinspection on the property yesterday, the only violation that remained was 2 junk vehicles, unregistered vehicles. He has produced this to me today, so I would like to amend to be able to go confirm that.
He produced what?
He produced paperwork saying that the vehicles are now registered.
Okay.
However, I still need to go out there to confirm
Right.
that. So I have to amend to the next cut.
Okay. What would you like to tell us? Are you okay with that? You can get that, you can, Mr. Stenson will go out there and then put you in compliance. Is that all right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, because everything else is done?
Yes.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance, allow respondent until 4:30 to come into compliance or return to a subsequent meeting for consideration of fine of up to $1,000 a day. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Gonzalez, second, Ms. Marshall. All in favor, say aye. Like sign opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you so much.
Okay, just stay in touch, so, because Mr. Stenson's the one that put you in compliance, okay?
He's a good man.
Yes, he
I've
is.
been very ill for a while. I have very bad
Oh, sorry.
allergies, bronchial, and
Yeah.
I gotta have this man to try to help me out.
Good.
It's very hard to get somebody
I know.
to do things for you.
Right, that's it.
And,
Well, we're aware of that, but he's been helping you out, and that's a good thing, so, yeah, so you'll be all fine, you got the cars registered, he just needs to go out and make sure that, you know, it's part of his job,
of course.
and then he'll put you in compliance, and we'll see you again, okay?
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. All right, let's see, where are we? We are case 10, CB 01-24-19. Nicole McErlin and Michael Pagan. Oh, the auditorium one. Is this the insurance one again? And we're on Zoom. Hello.
Good morning, board. How are you today?
Good. It's getting to be old hat. Old. I don't know. Been here a lot. What's going on? State your name and address for the record and be sworn in. Sorry.
Nicole McLean, 992 Broadway, Norwood, New Jersey, 07648.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, so, my
Well, we're
husband
going to
actually
listen
went
to Mr.
down.
Stenson. Let me hear from Mr.
Oh, sure.
Stenson first, and then I'll give you a chance. Go ahead, Mr.
Of course.
Stenson.
since the last hearing, I have had contact with the property owner. As you can tell by the photographs, there has been quite a bit of work done. The landscaping is being maintained. The windows and the doors have been replaced. They're all brand new. The exterior paint has been corrected by aluminum siding being installed, and she just has permits that need to be finalized. So I'd like to amend this case to the May cutoff. We are almost there.
Good. Anything to say? I bet you'll be glad when that's over too, right?
I will be so glad when it's over.
okay,
Not
good.
that you aren't all lovely and I don't enjoy seeing you, but I'll be very happy to say I'm in compliance.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance. Any questions from the board for Ms. McEarl? No. Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance, allow respondent until April 30th to come in compliance or return to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Ms. Heim, second, Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
All right, case number 11 is that a Zoom today too? CEB 03-25-60. That Janice Hoover estate. Last month, I think we had the daughter on Zoom. Who do we have today? Good morning.
Good morning.
State your name and address for the record and be sworn in, please.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
State your name.
My name is Holly Hoover. I am the daughter of Janice Hoover. I live at 41 Creekwood Court, Franklin, Tennessee.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Stenson, what's going on?
Yes, this respondent was first notified on 9 January 2025. Miss Janice Hoover obviously is deceased. There were a couple of issues with notification. Her daughter finally was notified. Let's see. She is currently in negotiations with contractors to get this property brought into compliance. I'm recommending to amend this case to the May cutoff. There are some issues with the contractor she has to deal with.
Kind of issues.
I'll let her explain.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
did I hear you say there are some issues with notification?
Oh, no, ma'am, just with the contractor submitting the paperwork for the permit, and I think he did that yesterday evening.
Go ahead.
But I think you all probably, it was probably after you got the printout, because it was done yesterday evening. But he assured me that he does have the permit in to take care of all the repairs needed. And
Well, okay, so it's just the garage that needs work, is that right, Mr. Sensen?
Correct.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
know there was one for, I'm sorry.
No, I don't have any more questions. I was gonna ask if you had probate squared away to get permits, but you just told me that permit, so I'm okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Last time you were here, we had an issue with probate. You couldn't get the permits, but you got that squared away and you're getting permits, so that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, I have the permit, I'm working on probate.
Okay.
I have a probate lawyer now.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Well, what is your recommendation?
To amend the case to the May cutoff.
Yeah.
Amend to May, that's two.
Well, the next cutoff.
Oh, okay, the next cutoff. All right, go ahead.
In the case of CEB 0325-60, I would like to motion that we accept the city's recommendation to amend to the next cutoff.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez has made a motion to amend the previous order of noncompliance and allow respondent until 4:30 to come into compliance or be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Harrington. All in favor say aye. Like sign opposed. Motion carries. Are you having issues with flooding up in Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am. We are. That's-
Near you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All
We'll-
right.
we'll
Take care.
manage.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Mr. Butler now. Case number 12 is in compliance as of 4/9. Case number 13, CEB 01-25-11, Tam Nguyen. Be here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Was here last time, though.
Yeah, I spoke
Okay.
to him. He came up. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They have been properly notified.
Good. Good morning, Mr. Butler.
Good morning. Good morning.
What would you like to tell us?
Roosevelt Butler, credentials on file with the City of Daytona Beach. As it pertains to 133 Eagle Harbor Way, respondent was first notified on September the 26th, 2024. I've had contact with the owner, who was at the office on Wednesday and also emailed me this morning. He had to hire a new contractor due to the first contractor running off with his money. New documents have been submitted to the city.
For permits?
Yes, for the job itself. On 3/27, the new document was submitted, and they have been returned for correction, so we're waiting for that to take place. Staff requests amend to the next cutoff.
Questions from the board? Chair, what are you recommending next cutoff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Chair will entertain motion to amend the previous order in compliance, allow respondent until April 30th to come into compliance and be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 a day. Such a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Gonzalez made the motion, second Ms. Marsh. All in favor say aye. Like sign opposed, motion carries. Okay. All right, where are we? Case number 14, CEB 0225-41, Jamal Bell at 1147 Lakewood Park Drive.
As it pertains to 1147
Is
Lakewood,
Mr. Bell here? Properly notified?
Yes.
Okay.
The applicant has been properly notified.
Okay. All right, and go ahead, Mr. Butler, sorry.
no problem. 1147 Lakewood. Respondent was first notified on November the 15th, 2024. Since last month's court proceeding, I've had contact with the property owner. However, there's been no progress towards getting a permit for the shed. Staff requests $100 a day to a maximum of $10,000.
Questions from the board? Have you had contact recently with him?
Bike week.
Bike week, well, that was still a couple weeks ago. And has not applied for
The permit for the
permit, it's more than a couple weeks.
in the vacant lot.
Madam Chair, I recommend that we accept the city's
Okay?
Second.
All right, Ms. Himes has made a motion to impose a fine of $100 per day against the respondent effective today and continue until compliance is achieved or reaches $10,000. And the second was Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries. All right. This would be case number 15, CEB 02-25-42. Jessica Esther or Julia and Emerson Oriana. Anybody present?
The respondent has been properly notified.
Go ahead, Mr. Butler.
As pertains to 1005 Essex Road, the respondent was first notified on November 18, 2024. Since last month, the court proceeding, I had contact with the property owner who's currently out of the country right now. I spoke with her a couple of days ago. She submitted a survey which will allow for a permit to be submitted. The survey, I have a copy of it. She has it now. She just needs to now get that so she can get the permit in order for it to be finalized, and then this case will be
She needs to get what?
a permit.
Yeah, okay.
But she needed the survey
Right.
to get that. So,
Right.
yes. Staff requests them into the next cutoff.
Questions from the board? Chair will entertain a motion to amend the order of non-compliance and allow respondent until April 30th to come into compliance or be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration of up to $1,000 per day. They're out of the country.
She's out of the country.
She's out of the country. Okay. But they got their, they've done their, okay.
Yes.
Motion from Ms. Himes, second.
Second.
Second from Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Okay, motion carries. Let's see. Okay. You know, being out of the country is fine, but it's not an excuse for not getting the work done. Being on vacation is fine, not an excuse for not getting the work done. Sometimes illnesses will interfere a lot, because you can't do anything. But those other things are, we have to make a decision on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a lot of out-of-the-country people.
Mm-hmm.
Because we
Yeah.
got several of those today.
Yeah. All right, let's go to case number 16, CEB 03-25-65, Alika Afghani.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please state your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
Alec Afghani.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Butler, what can you tell us?
As it pertains to 1002 Continental Drive, the respondent was first notified on December the 17th, 2024. Since last month, court proceedings, I've had contact with the property owner, whom has removed the shed, junk vehicles, and outdoor storage. There's currently a renter in the house.
There's a what? A renter?
There's currently a renter in the
Okay.
house. And she's preparing to move out. There's a car sitting in the front. Matter of fact, it got filled up and moved, and one has been brought back. As soon as she moves out, it can get in and complete the rest of the work, which is very minimal. Staff requests to amend to the next cutoff.
Good. So you got a little, the city's recommending a little more time because you've done a lot of work already, and the tenant's moving out. Okay. All right. So, city's recommending to amend the previous order of non-compliance and allow a respondent until 4:30 to come into compliance to be returned to a subsequent meeting for consideration and a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Motion.
So moved.
Okay. Motion, Mr. Gonzalez, second, Ms. Marsh. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. All right, case number 17. Thank you for coming. Case number 17, CEB 07-21-223, Tracy Smith at 605 Willie Drive. First notified 8/4/2020. I noticed. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Kirk.
Good morning, Sarah Kirk, inspector with the city. My credentials are on file. This first notification was 8/4/2020. Ms. Smith has been on the city's owner-occupied rehabilitation list, awaiting assistance from the city. Since,
Do we have a letter?
I do, since
Okay.
17/19. Would you like me to?
Yeah, submit it, please.
And respondent has been properly notified.
Okay. Thank you.
So, staff is requesting to amend to the July cutoff for compliance.
Ms. Kirk, I have a question. I notice every time we have her, it says damaged roof. And that roof was, she came on Zoom, the roof, she said was completed.
Right, the roof has been completed, but that was part of the original
Oh,
violation.
that's why it keeps coming up.
But yeah, the roof has been completed, so it's missing siding, bare surfaces, damaged doors and windows.
And your recommendation is to see where we are. All right. Chair will entertain a motion to amend the previous order of non-compliance and allow respondent until July 2nd to come into compliance and return to a subsequent meeting for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Such a motion.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Gonzalez. Second. Second, Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
No.
Likes, what?
No.
No. Motion carries 4-1. Okay. I have the letter here that you can,
That should be probably added to the record.
yeah.
We must have 25 letters by now.
No, we don't have, I mean, we've just started asking for these letters. Before we didn't ask, but now we have, they actually are on the list.
Good for
What does
that.
the letter say?
It says, this is to testify that Tracy Evans Smith, Willie Drive, is currently on the owner-occupied rehab list, awaiting assistance from the city for repairs to her home. I mean, and the Neighborhood Services Housing Program Delivery Specialist, William Orender. It'd be nice. Nothing we can do.
She
Okay.
can't do it.
We're going to give this to you, okay?
I think it'd be nice to differentiate, and what she can do.
We've done this over and over.
I know.
and over
What
and
do you mean
over.
what they cover?
What
Oh,
the
well,
city
in-
can do,
Yeah.
because there might be some things that she can do that the city's not.
Well, if I sure did the roof, I mean, that's done. That's, and that's, are you in contact with this person?
I have, she has plumbing, HVAC, doors, windows, and siding. Those are the items that are on the owner-occupied list for assistance with.
So what, damaged roof, missing siding, bare surfaces, I don't see anything about plumbing or anything else on here.
Right, that's just some of the things that are also on.
I-
I can say two that are on the city's waiting list have now been put in compliance. So
Okay.
the list is moving along.
Good,
Good.
good, okay.
But what we need to understand that the client can't do anything.
Danger or things are broken, whether, I'm not talking her, I'm just talking about Matilda.
Respondent has been properly.
There has been progress. The property is going to be demolished. There has been progress. The property is going to be demolished. The asbestos survey has been completed, and the
The what?
demo permit.
Oh, it's been submitted.
Yes. So it's under review right now. So I'd like to ask to amend to the next cutoff.
Where is this? At El Dorado. Where is this? At El Dorado. She doesn't live there, correct?
No, she doesn't live there.
Okay.
Actually,
that
be somebody that did live there, I believe it was her sister, lived there at one point.
But nobody's there now?
Not to my knowledge, and she would be here today. She has a daughter that is in intensive
Okay.
care.
Comments from the board?
I would make the motion that in the case of CEB, in the case of CEB 01-25-
Allow them until 4:30 to compliance. All right, we have a motion from Mr. Gonzalez, second from Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries. At 11:44.
Properly notified.
Since the last hearing, there's no progress, minimal contact. I had a phone call from the contractor, but not the staff is requesting there is a floor, yesterday, it could have been done, so
Okay.
that's why staff's
Okay.
requesting the fine.
Well, I'm of the, okay, my comment is that 100 a day may not, send the message. I don't know how anybody else feels.
The city's recommendation, 15,000.
Right, to send the message. I don't know how anybody else feels.
The city's recommendation, 15,000.
Right, to
Just to
all
start right away.
Mr. Gonzalez has made a motion to impose a fine of $150 per day, up to 15. Do we have a second, Ms. Hines? Favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Okay, motion carries. All right, okay. Are they here? Vincent Wilson, Senior Division, 335 Division. Please.
Florida.
Okay.
Since that last hearing, there has been a little bit of progress. I have had contact with Miss Wilson, and I've spoken with Miss. That's
Chair, you
Yes.
should.
Ms. Wilson, you have permission to speak for Mr. Vincent Wilson,
Yes,
Senior.
yes, I
What is your relationship to him?
I'm his wife.
Okay. For him. Do you think you'll be finished? The next cutoff? Okay. Ms. Himes has made a motion to amend previous order of non-compliance and allow respondent until 4:30 to come into compliance and be returned to a subsequent meeting. Opposed. All right, let's see. Okay. No show.
Since the last hearing, I've not had any contact and there's not been any progress. Staff is recommending a fine of $100 a day to a max of $10,000.
So none of there's still inoperable vehicles there.
The inoperable vehicles were towed by the PD, so that has been corrected. The police department towed them. The dirt and grime and some of the outside store trash debris remains.
Okay, so we're looking at. But they don't contact you.
I've had one contact from Ms. Jones regarding where her vehicles were.
Okay.
That was it.
Any other against the second? So from 15,000 and now we need a motion.
Five until they come into compliance.
Good, perfect. All right, motion from Mr. Gonzalez. Is there a second? Second, Ms. Marshall. In favor say aye. Aye. Like sign. 25- on William A. McCoy Estate at 332 deal an address for the record.
He works
With the truth?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and
I remember him being in person.
okay, that's fine.
I remember him being in person.
Okay, that's fine.
Inspector Raitani, March hearing, I had no contact before yesterday from Maria, and I have not received any update from FEMA. Last inspection was April 9th.
With the roofers. So we got this found out yesterday. So they're able to apply today or tomorrow. I just finished with the roofers yesterday and today. So as soon as they get that, and they've already purchased half the materials. So as soon as they get that, I'm assuming probably.
So,
Go ahead.
So it's,
Right.
She said she didn't see the permit, which is when I got a hold of the roofers, so since yesterday to apply with them.
I said, or, look, hey,
How would you word it?
they went the pictures looked as if it was tilted a bit for me.
Okay. All right,
there you go.
I mean, it seems like a motion going on here, and I'd be willing to amend. I don't know whether anybody else would be.
I don't see why not. If we can amend for cases from 2019, we can amend
Yeah,
this.
okay. Motion, do you want me to, meeting for consideration? Go ahead.
I just haven't came here and they don't have any indication of this permit. It's right there before this meeting.
I went there also, and that's why I was talking to the roofers again, and that's when he said they went to the portal, and that's when it was red flagged. Besides the fact I have to hire an engineer.
We understand, we just don't have everything in place yet. Go ahead.
When you say you just paid them, do you have proof?
I can get it for you. I just paid them since we got the money, so about
But-
when I called her yesterday.
This, but after communication.
So,
Did we take a
because there's no documentation, the
Motion
city is still
and
gonna
second.
recommend the fine of $100 a day with a cap of 10,000 because we don't have any proof of what's going on.
Yeah, we get it, I get it.
What kind of proof would you like? I can get it for you.
Yeah, paperwork, any kind of paperwork is always good proof from
Okay, so-
agencies,
but I
whether
mean,
it's
you
from
want- we
FEMA,
got
whether
one.
it's from,
I was just down there before. I was just down there before.
Nothing.
They couldn't pass apply for that property for just today. Paid.
I think that, I think that we're putting, and she just comes in, no question, all of a sudden, I did this, I did that, I did this, and then we're gonna, without any proof, as the city is saying.
really need more time without a fine. Really important that you bring in whatever information you have and you stay in touch with Miss Tani.
I apologize again. I've always been in contact with you since I started doing that. I did not know first yesterday.
Some of these things, some don't have proof of anything.
Motion made and carried, right? So.
Oh, in fact,
I
we
want to-
didn't make a motion.
Right. So I want to
And-
amend it.
You want to amend the motion.
Right.
So what do you want the motion to be?
Well, if they're not,
You wanted to start from this date?
no, because we made the motion.
What was the can you read me the motion again? Second, but we have not had a amend it
I
to.
want to cut off that we,
Mr. Gonzalez, $50, but it comes down, if the work doesn't get done, it's not going to get done.
Right.
And just assessing a bigger fine will run it up
Right.
faster to its maximum.
right, but actually, we don't have any proof.
That's very important. Go to court. It's order of non-compliance, order of non.
Go
ahead.
I'd also recommend that it's in is it Dealey? Interest?
McCoy.
McCoy.
Hornsby McCoy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your interest to stay in communication with the inspector, because these type of things, there are times, and I've seen with where oration, that they're gonna believe the inspector and say, there's nothing going on. And so your job is essentially to keep her informed as to what's going on. So her statement as to what the current situation is, and it's not a good thing for an inspector to come up and not know things because they haven't been informed of things. And then the board has to put all of its reliance solely on your testimony when the inspector is saying, I don't see anything going on there. And so
Absolutely.
it's in your best interest to stay in communication.
And we are talking about this morning that some things transpired, correct?
Yes, yeah, between yesterday and today. Yesterday and this morning. They were actually still texting and calling while I was over here.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like
No.
sign opposed.
Opposed.
So it is 3-2 in favor of, did you vote? Let's have a roll call, please. Mr. Gonzalez?
No.
Ms. Marsh?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Harrington?
Yes.
Ms. Himes?
No.
Ms. Kundig my vote is yes. So the motion passes 3-2, is that correct? Okay. All right, so bring all that stuff, because after all this, if there isn't.
Should be done.
If
before-
there isn't some proof and progress,
Absolutely.
you know what's going to happen. I mean, you can see from the way we
Do you know
conduct
what-
ourselves
Do you
that.
know what proof consists of?
I know she said she wanted the proof of the FEMA. I can get you something from the roofing company, or the roofing people, which they would be the engineer that they're hired and they have the materials. He's guaranteed me that as soon as he has the permit, he'll get it done immediately. He knows it's top priority and that this needs
So
to be
you're
done for
gonna bring
compliance.
us written
Mm-hmm.
copy of the permit, and
Or the
payment schedule
certainly, Ms.
And the permit,
Tani
sure.
should be able to tell us, yes, the permit has been applied for.
Okay. I'll let you know as soon as they
Right.
let me know if they have it.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, just don't let her know, give her the documents.
No, I,
That's
yeah, I
what,
could.
that's what we want.
Okay.
Okay, then
Okay,
just
thank
bring
you.
the stuff.
Okay, we've met, it's all done.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's go to this is a Zoom call, case number 23, CEB 03-25-70. Wilbert Williams and Gail Williams. Zoom call?
Your Honor, they're not here in the Zoom meeting. Well, it looks like we have a response.
Oh, okay, hello.
She's here.
Okay, I got her.
I
Okay.
am the niece of Wilbert and Gail Williams.
All right, state your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
Patrina Williams Nunnally, address 1807 Eastern Road, South Daytona.
Did you say Patrina?
Patrina,
Katrina.
with a P.
Okay. Will you raise your hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, you have permission to speak for Wilbert and Gail?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are their niece?
Yes.
Okay. Do they live there?
No, ma'am. My Aunt Gail, she lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, has been there for over 30 years. She had a stroke, so she is disabled. And my Uncle Sonny, he is, Uncle Wilbert, I'm sorry. Uncle Wilbert, he is disabled as well, and he lives in, I believe, Jacksonville. But I did speak to him this morning.
Yeah, okay. So they don't live, it's not, that doesn't matter. Okay, they're both owners of the property.
Yes.
They don't live there?
No.
No one lives there?
Not no.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tani, what can you tell us?
So the response first notified on November 1st, 2024. Since the March hearing, I have had a contact with the owner's son, who will be working towards compliance. He informs staff there I've been speaking to the owner's son.
Okay.
And he informs staff that there has been some medical issues and the owner is in the nursing home. And that's why we haven't had any response to the violation. However, he is now aware and he's working toward compliance. Last inspection was April 8th, 2025, and the result was non-compliance. Staff recommends to amend to the June cutoff.
Were they properly notified?
That's what I was going to address.
Yeah. But I'm talking about Wilbert and Gail. I mean,
Yes.
you know, the house.
Did you receive an order in the mail letting you know about this hearing?
No, I received a text message on yesterday asking me to know anything about it, about this hearing again.
Who sent you the text message?
Wilbert, my Uncle Wilbert. However, I was informed that they did give a forwarding address years ago to the Vesper Lane address, and they have, and per Wilbert, they have not received anything. Me personally, I was unaware of anything. I mean, I knew that some things were prior to, I know Hurricane Milton, the house was damaged, and the hurricane prior to that. I was under the assumption that they were getting the things fixed. Like I say, I am just now getting into this. Now the progress that has been done at the house, when you went by, you should have saw that the carport and everything has been tore down. Myself and my husband have taken the liberty of getting that done because, again, we had no idea that this was going on up until about 3 weeks ago about the carport and everything. So my husband, as well as myself, hired some people to come and take that carport down, fix that part of the roof that we knew what was. And the only reason I knew is because one of the neighbors got in touch with my husband and said that there were signs on the door.
So,
Go ahead.
back to the issue, let me, if you mind, I just wanted to clear up the issue of process. So you received a text from the owner. How did he know about this hearing? Did he get a letter, was it forwarded to him?
I can read you the text.
No,
I mean,
do you know?
I've posted every notice.
It's been posted.
I've
Okay.
posted every notice.
Then you
Yeah.
can probably.
So I guess that's how he knew, and he sent me and asked me to go by there, and I did. I did get the last post when all of that was done to, you know, that they were doing that, and I guess they had another inspection on it was supposed to be on the 2nd. I did make him aware of that and told him and got permission because I didn't want to overstep my boundaries because, again, it's not my.
Well, it's not your house.
Yeah, it's not my property, so I got permission from him to move the carport, which my husband and myself hired
Right.
someone to do that. The roof, that roof part right there, that was all out. We hired someone to do that. Hired someone to cut the grass and all the and move the stuff right there to the
I
road.
have a question.
Go ahead.
here. I'm looking at this house, and you're saying it's at 325 Walnut?
Yes, ma'am.
It faces McLeod.
Yes.
So why is it Walnut?
That's just the address.
We've been asking that question for years.
Yes.
That's what property appraisal says.
Whoa. We've been asking that question for. I know back in the
I
day.
know sometimes, post offices do weird things sometimes, especially with some of the older properties. I've had that issue with property
Driveway is
too.
the driveway is off of Walnut.
Right, that's right.
So
That's right.
So what's the city's recommendation again?
I was amending to the June cutoff to allow them more time to come into compliance.
So I would make a motion that in the case of CEB 03-25-70, that we accept the city's recommendation to amend to the next cutoff.
Okay, we have motion on the floor from Mr. Gonzalez, second.
Excuse me,
From, go ahead.
Mr. Gonzalez said the next cutoff, but the city is asking for June cutoff.
Oh, June.
June.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll
That's
take
2
it
months
back
as opposed to 1 month.
and I'll use
What?
June.
Why do we need 2 months?
Just because the owner's son, he was in hospital and
The owner's son's in the hospital as well?
Yeah,
he's the one that told me yesterday to tell me what was going on.
Okay, I'll rephrase my motion
Go ahead.
to include June cutoff instead
Which
of next.
is, what is it, 6/4? Yeah. Okay.
I do know, I was asked, I need to, I guess, go to the appraisal office and change, and get the address so that the mail would go to them in Fayetteville.
No, ma'am, you can just do it online. Go online on the Volusia County Property Appraisal and change it.
I'm sorry, with this motion.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a motion on the floor to amend to the June cutoff. Is there a second to that?
Yes, there was a second.
Second, Ms. Himes.
Yes.
Let's vote on that now if there's no more discussion. Everybody, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries. Okay, yeah, you're working on it. Thank you for working on it. All right, now, where are we? Case, we're gonna get a few more cases in, and then I think we're gonna have to, maybe we'll just finish this page and then we'll take a break for 10 minutes. Okay. Case number 24, CEB 03-25-50, AM Construction.
Mr. Harrington.
Did you post?
Oh, and Mr. Harrington is not here as of,
We still
what
have
is this,
quorum.
10:45?
We don't have receipt.
Okay. But we still have a quorum, so it's okay.
Okay.
All right, just continue. All right, okay, no show. Have you had, all right, Ms. Atani, go ahead.
We need to check if the building has been posted. She said that she needs to check real quick since we don't have a receipt of certified
What?
mail. The inspector can't remember if the building was posted in person, so she's checking that. She took pictures.
Oh, so we
'Cause I
don't
have
know
a-
whether they've been notified, but they were here. I don't have that
I don't-
information in my notes.
I
They
have
were
the minutes.
here, they weren't here last time, and there's been no contact.
Exactly, so that's why she's checking.
Okay. We may move on to another. How much longer do you think you need, please? Isn't it in the notes?
So the notes say whether they were present or not present, which it says they weren't present. The notes don't say whether they were notified about this hearing. They weren't present, so she's checking to see if it was posted. The inspector.
This is not information that would be available through the whole code department? I don't get it. Why are we so...
So inspectors, when they post a building in
Right.
they post it and take a picture to...
Right, and then they send it someplace, right?
I am not aware of that process. Is it here?
To them.
What?
I know they're in compliance.
Right, Tanya, if you find out.
I could find it, so
You didn't find, what were you looking for?
paperwork from the secretary if I posted or not.
No, it wasn't posted. This is very confusing to me, and I don't like it, because they were here last time, or they were here last time. Have you had any contact with them?
Yes.
And our job.
The case came before you March. There was an order of noncompliance at that time.
Right.
So at that point, they noticed.
They have to...
In
The...
the affidavit of noncompliance.
What say you?
The concern is that they need to be notified that this hearing is taking place.
Today.
Today.
And how about last hearing?
Um,
Do we have?
Yes, I posted last hearing, for sure. I have pictures.
So it was posted last time.
hearing, yes.
Yeah,
Last-
the only concern is, the only concern is this here. They are on notice of this case.
They are on notice, so we're going to consider that properly notified.
Properly noticed.
As to this meeting,
I still recommend continuing till next call since we don't have proof they were notified of the hearing.
Well, they just said, the
We do?
supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah, he just said they were.
all right, I'm ready to continue it anyway because I'm not liking this conversation. I don't like messing with, notification is something that has to be done.
Okay. but
And it
the
has to be
supervisor was
provable
saying
because
they
that
were
could go,
notified.
that could be an issue in court if it ever went that far. Or it could be an issue in it could be an issue for anything. People cannot be denied their rights.
Restate what you said.
I mean, we've never done that before, so I don't
Okay,
think we.
I don't think we're doing anything nebulous. If the supervision has a record that they were notified, at the last meeting, they were notified that there would be this meeting.
They were,
and that-
last hearing was posted, so at the last meeting, 325, was, the notice had been posted.
That is correct.
Right.
Now, what we are concerned about is, were they properly notified for this meeting? Were they, in fact, notified of, that we were going to consider imposing a fine this meeting? That's the question.
If they
Not
were-
got to do with last
Right.
meeting, it's got to do
Well,
with
no,
this
but
meeting.
if they were told in that meeting, they were noticed.
They weren't here.
They weren't here,
Oh,
and the
okay.
only notice that they
Got it,
had
got
was
it.
that there was a meeting in
I apologize. So we just
March.
received confirmation
Yeah.
that this hearing was posted. They have properly posted for the hearing and.
Okay,
the
so
So you have nothing in the record that shows that they've been.
This,
Okay, all right.
All right, so what is your recommendation?
Yes.
What are you recommending, Mr. Tani? What's
I
you
was-
recommending?
I was recommending fine of $100 a day, capped at 15,000.
Second.
All right, Ms. Hines made a motion to impose a fine of $100 per day against the respondent effective today and continue until compliance is achieved or reaches maximum of 15,000.
Madam Chair, I don't recall the inspector stating the condition of the property as it exists, because you're making a finding based on
She said they were non-compliant.
they're in non-compliance, but kind of stating it is non-compliance kind of stuff. Because a range fines available to you.
Right, that's right.
And so you're making a decision both because they have not maybe done anything, but also because what is the degree of the violation?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I got, laid by the gun about the notification. So we did get here. We have a motion on the floor. And a second from Mr. Gonzalez. We can have more discussion before we vote. So let's do that and have Ms. Atani tell us what the nature of violation is. Is that correct?
Well, yes, what the violation, so that you're making.
She said in non-compliance, and we have it right.
Yeah, I understand that, but our attorney is advising us, our board attorney, that we find out the severity of the non-compliance, because sometimes that impacts our decision as to how much money we fine them or we fine them.
But then the city's recommendation is based on the severity of their evaluation.
Well, that's, yes, but we get to determine
But the
that too.
city's-
That's one of the things they're just presenting, they think it is.
We're
We,
doing this, just let her tell what the damages are
Oh.
and move on.
Yeah.
yes, sir. All right, tell us what,
Respondent was first notified on September 18th, 2024. Since the March hearing, I've had no contact with the owner. Last inspection was April 8th, 2025, and the result was non-compliance. The roof is still damaged, and the shutters are still damaged. He has been maintaining the lawn. Staff recommends a finding of $100 a day with a cap of 15,000.
when you say the roof was damaged, I mean, is there even a tarp on
Oh,
it
you
or
can
anything?
see the roof coming up. And I've spoken to the owner, and he said that there is roof damage, and it's raining
Okay.
inside his home.
See, so sometimes something like that can impact the amount of money that we fine them. If it's causing that much more damage. So we have a motion on the floor and a second. And the motion is to accept the city's recommendation of $100 a day up to $15,000 a day.
Correct.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, nay.
4-1.
I don't like this case at all. All right, thank you. All right, another case, let's, 25, CB 0225-34. Gary Holt is here
Properly notified.
and has been here each time he's been asked to be here at 5:34.
A seat with my name on it.
Yeah, I know, really. So this is your third time here, right?
Oh, and I have 8 cases. I'll be here again in just 5 minutes. So.
Well, let's state your name and address for the record and be
Gary
sworn in.
Holt, 250 University Boulevard, Stony Beach, Florida.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tani, go ahead.
Respondent was first notified on September 9th, 2024. Since the March hearing, I have had contact with the owner. The owner has started repairing the exterior wall, cleaning the chip paint, fixing the glass in the windows, and repainting. Last inspection was April 8th, 2025. Result was non-compliant. Staff recommends we end to the next cutoff.
What has been accomplished?
That's what it, he has started repairing the exterior wall. He has cleaned the chip paint. He has fixed the windows, and he's started to repaint. So we've only got a few things to do, and then he'll be.
And what is your recommendation?
That we amend next cutoff.
I'm almost at the end, almost.
Okay.
So I would make the motion that in the case of CEB 02-25-34, that we accept these recommendations to amend to the next cutoff.
All right, we have a motion. I'll respond until the April cutoff, or the May cutoff, which is 4:30. Let me see something. To come into compliance. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign of carries. Carries. Okay, so you have a little more time because you don't have that much to do, right?
Yeah, as an aside, real quick, I listened to the previous conversation. Let me tell you that I was advised to be here at this meeting.
Right, good. Okay, thank you for saying that. Okay. Case number 26, CEB 03-25-56. TRSTE, does that mean trustee? LLC, TR, I don't know what any of that means. 410 Pleasant Street. What does this mean, dated? What is this?
That appears to be the date that the trust was established.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess. You can name an entity or anything you want.
Right. Anyways, anybody here?
Madam Chair, can we take a 5-minute break?
Well, I can just finish this page and then we can start it with, it's the same thing. I mean, it'd only take a few more minutes once you get.
We need to square something away with this case.
Yeah, okay, we'll take a 5-minute break after we finish case 26 and case 27.
That's what she just told you. She
Yeah, I
wants to
need-
square something away before they.
Is that what?
I need to square something away with case 26, so before we hear it, can we take a 5-minute break, please?
All right, so we'll take our break right now. And then when we resume, we will resume with case number 26. Be a 5-minute break. We'll return here at 11:05. Was here last time?
Yes, Madam Chair, and it is present.
No, I have had no contact with the owner, and there has been no progress. Last inspection was April 8th, 2025, and the result was non-compliant. $100 a day, $100 a day, cap of 50.
It hasn't been, this case.
They're saying there was no progress. No
You're
progress.
right,
There's
and
no
there's-
progress.
And there's a ton of issues.
No
You're
progress,
right,
there's
and
no
there's-
progress.
And there's a ton of issues.
Right?
Right,
Right?
right. So, I don't think $100 a month is enough.
Okay, that-
So, I don't think $100 a month is enough.
Okay, that's fine.
And of $200.
Impose a fine of $200 today.
Pictures. I'm sorry.
And do you have pictures?
Oh, they were just showing.
Okay, we missed them. All right, and up to $15,000. All right, -36. Trust was started on April 20th, 2018. Even older. So, anybody here?
This was, this property posted?
We were properly notified here?
Yes.
Okay, good. What? Still living here?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the tenant.
How about any other place? Was anyone living there? I guess I can't go back to that now. It doesn't matter. I'll ask next time. Well, too late. All right. So this one is occupied. All right. What would you like to tell us, Mr. Tani?
The respondent was first notified on July 8th, 2024. Since the March hearing, I've had no contact, and there has been no progress. Last inspection was April 8th, 2025, and the result was non-compliance. Staff recommends a fine of $200 a day with a cap of $15,000.
But someone's living there.
Yes.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to impose a fine of $200 per day against the respondent effective today. Continue until compliance is achieved, reaches a maximum of $15,000. Is that your motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Ms. Himes, second, Mr. Gonzalez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carried. Okay, we're going to now move on to our new cases. We don't find anybody during this segment. It's a new case. We decide only how much time you need to get it fixed before you have to come back, and that's it. It's not, we're not finding anybody in this section for new cases. You're either in compliance or you're not compliant. Simple. If you're not in compliance, you get yourself in compliance, and we set a time for you to come into compliance, and that's when you contact your code officer if you think you're in compliance. So that's the way that works. Shouldn't take very long to go through these cases. So we have Mr. Beanie here again, and this is case number 28 CEB 04-25-77 ASP ReadyChem LLC at 156 Michigan. Respondent present. Properly notified?
Yes, Madam Chair. Respondent has been properly notified.
Okay, that's cool. All right, go ahead, Mr. Beanie.
Okay, this is Mr. Ron Beanie. Complete credentials are on file. This case was opened October 11, 2024. As a complaint and case for grime, tall grass, outside storage, flattened paint, damaged soffit and fascia boards, rotted window frames, and a damaged fence. First notice was received on October 23rd, 2024. Compliance was due on November 25th, 2024. Last date of reinspection on April 8th, 2025, and the result was non-compliance. Contact has been made with the property owner. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Chair will entertain a finding of non-compliance or respond come into compliance by the next cutoff date, which is 4/30. Will be returned to the board for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. So motion? Who made the motion? Mr. Harrington, Ms. Himes, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sign opposed, motion carries. Okay?
Thank you.
Now, case number 29, CEB 04-25-92, Christy Guyton. Chris Guyton Howard. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Thank you for explaining that.
No, this is not a place where we find you. This is the state procedure that we follow here.
Thanks for
So,
explaining that.
yeah, it's good to know that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We're going to hear from Ms.
Need to-
Domingo.
I need to swear you in,
Oh,
please.
go ahead.
Ms. Howard, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly affirm the testimony about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Thank you.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Inspector LaWanda Domingo with City of Daytona Beach Code Compliance. My credentials are on file. This was a field-generated case that opened on November 19th of 2024. The owner was first notified November 23rd of 2024. The violations are outside storage, unmaintained landscaping, exterior surface violations, unregistered inoperable vehicle, dirt, grime, trash, and garbage items out on the property. The initial inspection on November 19th, I did meet with two people who said they were occupants there,
Nice.
a Gina and an Alfonso.
Yeah, my daughter and her fiance.
Okay.
That's who lives there, your daughter?
My daughter
Uh-huh.
and my son has moved in. I lost my husband unexpectedly 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Sorry.
And he would be so embarrassed that I've let the yard get to
Yeah, okay.
neglect.
Go ahead, we're going to finish with anything else, Ms.
And the
Domingo, before I
coroner
give her a chance to.
Just wanted to state I did view the violations with them while I was on site and exchanged contact information. So I believe that I established contact, but then did not hear anything from them. Subsequent re-inspections, not very much progress. I did go by yesterday and could see that there was some painting done to the front that they did cut down for the foliage on the side, but not significant progress. So just requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for the case.
All right, now you get a chance, Ms. Howard, to tell us what's taking so long to clean this up.
I've been asking my son to help me. I bought him a ride-on lawnmower, and I asked him the other day if he was able to do. We have two lots, our house lot and a side lot. I know they're grown than the.
Where do you live?
At 216 Blanche Place.
Oh, so you there too, with your.
My husband passed away.
Right.
My daughter's going to help me maintain the property. He works full-time.
Yeah, okay, so you and your daughter live there right now?
Right.
Okay.
And
our son just is helping her out, he doesn't live there, right?
He's my daughter's boyfriend. He's in and out.
Oh, so he's there too?
In and out.
Yeah, okay.
He's not his resident.
It's not.
Started pain. I think he is trying to help me. But if I could get him and bring it.
Not very much, just as I, that strip that's right above overhang on the front, just painted that spot when originally I explained to them that there's mildew and.
Okay, so you're right.
Able to see.
Right.
So they're still in non-compliance?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So,
I appreciate the help. Hopefully I can get, my son knows that we have a date. This has
to be done, and so be done, Mr. Gonzalez. It's so little that's been done and so much that needs to be done. Mr. Gonzalez is going to make a motion. Mr. Gonzalez is going to make a motion, right?
Yes.
To do.
In the case of CEB, we accept the city recommendation of finding them in non-compliance and revisit the issue at our next cutoff date.
All right.
Thank you.
We have a motion from Mr. Gonzalez, a second from Ms. Himes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Oh, second. Mr. Okay, Mr. Harrington was the second. Okay.
Stop imitating my voice.
Cutoff date is the end of the month, 4/30. The meeting is 5/8. If you get anything done at all, you best stay in touch with Ms. Domingo, because she's the one that's going to put you in compliance and come back next time and tell us. She's gonna tell us what she sees has been done, but she won't be able to do that unless you call her back. Okay, and explain what's going on. Thank you.
All for your consideration.
Okay. All right, case number 31, CB 042593 is in compliance, so we skipped case number 30. No, we're doing it
Jumped
right
over
now.
30.
Case number 30, CB 04-25-75, Amy Haynes at 48 Wall Street. Good morning, state your name and address for the record and be sworn in.
Amy Haynes, 148 Gold Drive South.
You raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you have to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll hear Ms. Twig. Go ahead.
Okay, Officer Clark credentials are on file. This is a complaint generated case that opened on December 12th, 2024 for dirt and grime on the side of the home and torn patio screens. First got notified, signed for on December 17th, 2024. Complaint was due by December 27th of 2024. Reinspection shows no work has been done, have had no contact with the owners. Staff's recommending and finding a non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
The house has been pressure washed. We did that last week.
Did you call?
I did not. I'm
What?
sorry.
Okay, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so the house was pressure washed last week, and we're supposed to get the screen done before the end of the month.
Okay.
It's in the back. There's no picture of it, but
Okay.
it's back there in the corner. You can, yeah.
Okay, so you need to keep in touch with Mr.
Yes.
Clegg. He's the one that will put you in compliance or not.
Yes.
We don't do that. We just listen to both sides. Do I have a recommendation from the board or a motion from the board? All right,
Compliance next cutoff.
compliance next cutoff,
Right.
please. The motion was, Ms. Himes, what's the second? Who made the second? Mr. Gonzalez, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, get busy. All right. Let's see, case 31 is in compliance as of 410. Let's go to case 32. CB 04-25-81, Joseph Berg and Mandy Basie. Anyone here?
Madam Chair, it appears no one's present, but the respondent has been properly notified.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello again, Mariah Quinn, Inspector, City of Daytona Beach. This case was a citizen complaint and opened on May 3rd, 2024 for a new roof installed with no permit. The respondent was first notified on December 12th, 2024. I have had no contact with the property owner, and there has been no progress. Staff recommends non-compliance with compliance the next cut.
So is the roof fixed?
Yeah, so you can see, initially I was there for another complaint. It was a tenant complaint, but the tenants had moved out. But while I was there, I noticed that there was a new roof on it. So when I went back and looked, there was a new roof installed sometime.
Okay, so we're looking for, but there's been no permit pulled.
No permit pulled, and still no permit pulled as of yesterday.
And you've had no contact?
No contact with them.
And is it occupied now?
It is occupied.
Okay.
Can I ask, do you know when you first inspected it, there was a bad roof? Is that what you're saying?
No, so it had this roof on it when I first inspected it in May. And some of the complaints on the property that I could not verify, that I did notice when I looked at the property appraiser's website, it had a different roof on it. It had a different roof on it when I was in pictometry.
Good.
Okay. So in actuality, that metal roof could have been on there a few years.
No. So I have the picture where in pictometry from the property appraiser's office from when the new roof, there's a new roof on it from 2021. So that's the picture with the old roof.
Okay.
And then by the end of the year, this new roof was on it.
Okay. Chair, I take a motion to find respondent non-compliance or respondent come into compliance, so we need after the fact permit, really.
Correct.
Come into compliance by the next cutoff date, which is 4/30.
Madam Chair, I motion that we accept city's recommendation.
Okay,
Second.
all right. Ms. Himes has made a motion. Otherwise, they'll be back when we turn to the board for consideration of a fine of up to $1,000 per day. Would you like that added to your motion? Okay. Motion from Ms. Himes, is there a second?
Yes, Mr. Harrington.
Mr. Harrington. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. All right, now we're on case 33, CEB 04-25-79, Gary Holt at 524 Butler. Please state your name and address. I guess you're already sworn in, so we don't have to do it again, is that right? Or do we do it for each case?
You want me to swear in again?
That's,
It's best.
Okay.
Just brief.
okay, yep.
Thank you.
Gary Holt, 250 University Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Ms. Quinn, well, good morning again. Ms. Quinn.
This case was field generated and opened on December 12th, 2024 for dilapidated and structurally unsound exterior walls, unpermitted work to exterior door, damaged flat roof, rotten wood, peeling paint, and unmaintained fence. The respondent was first notified on December 26, 2024. I have just recently had contact with the property owner, and there has been no progress. Staff amends non-compliance with compliance by the next cutoff.
Did you say there was some progress?
No, nothing's been done.
No progress.
No. This is my stepdaughter's house, who passed away, and my stepson currently lives in it, who was going to buy it, but that hasn't occurred, so now it falls back on me.
Yes, it does.
And I will take care of it. And I can't tell you the damage or what the cost or anything about it, and I'll keep in touch with Ms. Quinn. And in fact, she just gave me some advice to talk to people, the gentleman in the permit office about some issues. So
Okay.
there we are.
Next cutoff, was that your recommendation?
Correct.
Works for me.
Okay. All right.
I make a motion that in the case of CEB 04-25-79, that we accept the city's recommendation to find them in noncompliance and to come into compliance with the next couple.
Which is 4/30. Okay.
4:30.
April 30th.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is this-
We have a motion
is this
from
property
Mr. Gonzalez. Go ahead.
Posted as unsafe, or is it?
Not as of yet.
No, it possibly might be, but I have to talk to the gentleman in charge of who can. It's a block house that has an addition on the back, and that back house is in pretty sorry shape. A back attachment, additional room.
Well, who's
We did send an email to permitting to ask to take a look at it. It hasn't been addressed yet. So as of right now, it has not been put on the condemnation list.
What I have done, just for matter, is I forwarded to Ms. Quinn a confirmation of the survey to get the fence replaced, since I found I can't do it.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Quinn. Is it dangerous for somebody to live there?
Well, after speaking to Mr. Holt, when you can see where the most damage is, can you go back a couple pictures?
There is no one living in that.
So in the back part, Mr. Holt tells me is an addition, and then on the right hand side, the east side is where the garage is. So those aren't areas that are lived in. The main part of the house is a block structure, and the roof is intact on that portion. So Mr. Holt said that he'll get it structurally out now that he knows about the
Hopefully
violation.
this is This is a new adventure for me, so I.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to
Sorry,
cut y'all's
Mr.
conversation.
Harrington.
No, excuse me. I put a motion on the floor.
You did.
We got all this.
All right, do we have a second?
We're not allowed to have discussion on them?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Do we have a second?
You are.
All right, Ms. Himes is seconding.
Now comes the discussion.
Now, discuss.
Okay, I want to go back. Is it Mr. Holt's responsibility or the city's to determine whether that property is safe?
Cities.
Well, since the city has not made a determination as of yet, I advise Mr. Holt, because there's going to be permits required, which then will be part of his permitting process. So he has agreed to go down and speak to permitting and to speak to the person who would be responsible for taking a look at
Now,
this.
who lived at this house before?
My stepdaughter lived there.
And she died, you said?
She died. And actually, I
Did she?
have
But she
custody
didn't
of her
ever
son.
own the house.
It is in her name.
Doesn't
She
say
has
so.
the I'm paying her mortgage. Always have been, actually.
Well, it's neither here nor there. I mean, sorry.
She owned the house. I foreclosed because I had a second trust deed when she died.
All right. So we're here for compliance or non-compliance. And we have a motion and a second on the floor to find respondent in non-compliance or come into compliance by next cutoff or be returned to the board for consideration of $1,000 per day. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carries. Yeah, I get.
I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Now,
soon.
Okay.
How can I, in terms of the health and safety here,
Yeah.
somebody from the city needs to take responsibility. If they've been notified, they have gotten off, that's it's not the owner's job, that's the city's. If there is no danger, that's fine too, but somebody needs to
Now,
determine.
I don't see how there's no danger if there's electric and all that stuff in those plumbing and all that
Asking
places.
for city-
That's
Yeah.
part of the
When
maintenance.
the permit, all that's determined then.
All right, so we just have, well, all we can do now is kind of vote on whether it's in compliance or
Yeah, we've done
non-compliance.
that, So I'm just bringing that
But
up.
it is important because someone's living there, there's a life safety issue there because we can then order other things.
Correct.
Yeah.
At this point.
So at this point, so at this point, we have no, they're saying,
You don't have any evidence, you're not allowed to inspect.
No, Mr. Harrington, I'm more than happy to let that gentleman come and look at it. In fact, I want his advice.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because You're
It's
responsible,
not my area of expertise, so.
but I think it should be done before we see you next time.
Oh, I assure you, in fact, if that gentleman was available down there.
okay, all
I
right.
appreciate
So
it.
we have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor say aye. Like sign opposed,
We already
motion
voted.
We
carries.
voted on it.
All right.
Yeah, we voted on it
Yeah.
originally.
Oh, we did already vote on it? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, so case number 34, CD 0-80 Bonzel.
Madam Chair, does not appear there's a respondent present, but respondent was properly notified via hand delivery of the notice of today's hearing and violation.
This case Rottenwood Traverse. Staff recommends non with compliance by the next cutoff.
I guess I'm confused here. I thought,
All right, probably not here, but you've had contact with the grandson.
And actually, the daughter, Miss Izel's daughter, is who signed for the hand
Who
delivery.
lives there?
The grandson. I heard a post for this hearing, and he came out, and then his mother, who is Miss Izel's daughter, pulled up to pick him up, and she is the one who signed for the hand delivery of the notice.
Okay.
this is another one though.
No.
Okay.
Second.
Return with fine up to $1,000.
Okay, good. All right, we have a motion 04-
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Mr. Matter, do you live there?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Tani.
This case was opened on September 20th, 2024, a field-generated case for outside storage, dirt and grime, and overgrown landscaping. First notice was received September 26, 2024. Compliance was due October 26, 2024. My last inspection was April 9th, 2025, and the result was non-compliance. There had been no contact with the owner before yesterday. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
What would you like to tell me?
I have to the whole place, so,
Well, you stay in contact with her code officer, let her know
yeah, I was not
that
aware of
that's
that.
done. Okay? So she's the one that's gonna put you in compliance. We are not.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, so, right now, he's recommending that you have till the end of April to get all of this done, or come back here, explain why not, or face a fine.
I believe I could have it completed.
Good, okay, terrific, thank you. Thank you for coming. All right, try to motion for non-compliance, bond committed to compliance by the next cutoff date, April 30th, or be returned to the board for consideration for up to $1,000 a day. Such a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Gonzalez, second. Second, Ms. Marshall, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right. So we have case 36, 37, and 39 are in compliance, so we show on the next page, we're just doing case number 38, which is Denny's case CB 04-25-87, Maria Quiroz Estate. Good morning.
Good morning. My name's Maria Sedani. I live at 551 S.
Maria what, hon?
Maria Sedani. And he's my neighbor.
You can get sworn in.
Your last name was Sedani.
Get sworn in and then we'll ask some questions.
Can you spell your last name for me?
Sedani.
Go ahead. Swear her in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay. And how are you related to Maria Quiroz?
That's Carlos, which is.
Who is Carlos?
That is the. Let me see.
The estate holder? The trustee?
Yes, yes.
This is an estate.
Maria
passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we needed the
So
representative.
Maria's passed away.
That's his mom. And he's living in there. Carlos is living in there, but he's in Chile right now. He's been in Chile since September. Because he's a house down there trying to sell. And he had, what you call them? Squatters in there. And it was hard for him to get them out. Just now recently got them out.
I hate to cut you off before
Yeah.
you continue. Two things I need to address first. Number one, did he give you authorization to speak here today? Do you have anything
Yes.
in writing?
No, he over the phone he did.
Number two, is he the representative of the estate? Is there something by a judge that designates him the representative?
Yes.
Okay,
Well-
so he doesn't know. So we need to have that looked into.
Yeah.
We need to see who the representative is for the estate. And,
I'm pretty sure he is because he gets mail there and everything else.
well, that doesn't, that's a legal determination. It's not just a matter of where you live. He's not there anyway, so.
He's been gone since September. I'm gonna take care of his house and, getting his mail.
Okay.
Has the estate been properly notified?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Garcia.
This case was complaint generated, violations for overgrowth along the fence line and through the fence, and damage to the fascia and dirt and grime on the exterior surface of the inside. The certified letter was signed on January 22nd, 2025. Compliance due date was February 22nd, 2025, and my last reinspection was yesterday. And they'll be still in non-compliance. That's recommending non-compliant compliance due next cuff. I've had contact with him just once, and it was
You had contact with who?
with the Carlos. It was
Well, Juan
he was
Carlos, but I
out
call
of
him
town.
Carlos.
It was just Monday that was the first and last time that I've talked to him. He just said he was out of town, couldn't do anything, and he's trying to get someone to look at the property and something.
I mean, he also needs to show us something that says that he's
Representative.
representing the estate.
She has some documents.
So there's no one living there now.
He's in Chile right now.
I understand that. There's no one living there now.
No.
What document do you have there? Okay, that's, okay.
Yeah.
That.
Because I don't open mail unless you tell me.
Notification.
But,
It's notice hearing.
Okay, and your recommendation is next cutoff.
Correct.
but like I told you, Mr. Garcia,
She stated that she trimmed
I did,
some of
on
the
that side
overgrowth
there.
on the one side.
Okay, but it's
so-
still not in compliance.
Correct.
Yeah. Needs to come into compliance, and being in Chile is not really an excuse for not having it in compliance. If that person is in fact the representative of the estate, looking at the estate now, so it doesn't, and in fact, it doesn't matter who the representative is of the estate.
This, so in the case, I want to make a motion, if I can. In the case of CEB 04-25-87, a motion that we find them in non-compliance to the next cutoff date,
Okay, which is,
to the next cutoff date.
okay, which is for
Second.
30. All right, so we have a motion from Mr. Gonzalez and a second from Ms. Himes to find the respondent in noncompliance, and they have till April 30th to come into compliance to be returned to the board for consideration or fine of up to $1,000 a day. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed.
Ma'am, we can't legally give you advice, but we do need, by the next hearing, things. Number one, some kind of official document that says he's the representative of the estate. He needs to start going probate. And number two, I need a letter signed saying that you can speak on his behalf. You can provide those to the inspector.
how to do that if he's in Chile though.
Yeah, we can't give you legal advice. You have to, he needs to hire an attorney and, or.
Well, and actually, if we don't have those documents that says that, it doesn't matter. The estate will get fined, so it doesn't matter. We've been through this lots of estates where we wait for somebody to produce documents or to get their act together, or for the courts to get their act together. In the meantime, it just drags on and on and on. And we made the decision that we were going to treat the state as we would treat anyone else that come up here.
To clarify, when I say need, that is for you to speak on the estate, for you to provide testimony that will be considered by the board. We will need to hear your representative. We'll still make a decision about this.
All right, so on page 12, we have compliance for 42. We're doing case 40 now, Ms. Butler. CEB 04-25-90, Marilyn Velasquez. Good morning. State and address of the record, please.
Me y Merlin Velasquez. My address is 1136.
What's your first, you're not Merlin, right?
Yeah, I am
Oh,
Merlin.
you are, okay,
I am
good.
the owner of my house.
Yep,
My house, the address is la 1136 Lakewood Park Drive.
right, so you
Daytona
live there,
Beach,
yeah. okay.
217.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, so you live there?
Yeah.
Your house, you live there. Okay. Mr. Butler, can you tell us?
As pertains to 1136 Lakewood Drive, this is a field-ready case. I conducted a site inspection where it was determined the property had the following violations: outside storage, illegal parking, a dilapidated fencing, and junk vehicle. The property was notified on February 6, 2025. On March 5, 2025, the violation was to be in compliance. The last date of reinspection was March 3, 2025. The result of my reinspection was non-compliance. Staff requests a finding of non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff.
Okay. Do you have something to say? Are these things fixed yet?
Yeah.
If they're fixed, you need to get in touch with Mr. Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Because he's the only one that can put you in compliance. We cannot put you into compliance because we
Okay.
don't inspect properties.
Okay.
Okay? We listen to your side, listen to the city side, and then we make a determination. We look at pictures and
Okay.
evidence, and then we make a determination.
Okay.
Okay. Sir?
I have a correction I'd like to make. My last reinspection was April the 7th.
Good, I heard March, you're right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right,
April the
so,
7th, 2025.
that was only a few days ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it, and did you say anything had been done?
Yes, the trailer has been moved. The parking on the lawn has been resolved. I spoke with her on outside. It's the backyard, and a little fence issue that needs to take care of.
Okay.
You see the yard, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay. Chair will entertain a motion finding respondent non-compliance or respondent committed to compliance by the next cutoff date, which is 4/30. Will be returned to the board for consideration of fine of up to $1,000 a day. Is there such a motion?
Second.
Motion, Ms. Marsh, second, Mr. Gonzalez. Yeah, there you go. Fix that. So you're working on all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, okay. All in favor, say aye. Like sign opposed. Motion carries. Okay, so hopefully it'll all, and you make sure you call Mr. Butler, because he's the one that's going to put you
Okay.
in compliance, okay?
Okay.
You understand this?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thanks
Cool.
a lot.
All right, thank you. All right, last case is case 41, EB04-5-91, Chrissy Anna Young at 934 Derbyshire. Anybody here? No, okay. Go ahead.
As Resolution 934 Derbyshire Road, this is the first case. I conducted an inspection where returned the property had the following violations: unmaintained landscaping, peeling paint, excessive garbage, and rubbish. The property was notified on January 28th, 2025. On February 28th, 2025, the violation was to be in compliance. My date of reinspection was April 7th, 2025. Total my reinspection was non-compliance. I've had contact with the owner. When I say owner, she's representing the property. She's one of the heirs, Miss Kim, who's down south.
It doesn't say it's a trust, it says she owns it.
Well, she's one of the heirs, and the owner is deceased. She's
So
the daughter of the
Christy
deceased.
is deceased.
Yes. Christy is deceased. Yes. Still, the house is already moving towards compliance. She
Okay.
already hired some folk, and they already been over there, and they cleaned up. They were cleaning yesterday.
Okay.
It would no longer be an eyesore, trust me.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is non-compliance 4/30, April 30th?
Final
Okay.
non-compliance compliance by next cutoff.
Okay. Chair will entertain a fine respondent comments into compliance by next cutoff date, April 30th, will be returned to the board for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day. Such a motion?
So, second.
Wait, who made the motion? All right, Ms. Marsh, second.
Aye.
We'll sign opposed. Motion carries. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. For this case?
I'm sorry.
Case is
But you want date, the 38, right? You're talking about this case. So,
Okay, you said you had
okay.
something else?
Oh, and she was, and the notification of this hearing.
per the statute
Okay.
requirements.
I have a question, if I may. Who seconded the motion? Ms. Marsh?
Ms. Marsh made the motion, didn't she? And you seconded it, right?
Move to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Hines. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed. Motion carried.